What is up, YouTube? Schmidtward here, checking in. Project Diablo 2, Season 11, Prosperity. Really good job by the devs. Just want to give them a shout out. Freaking killing it, per usual. A lot of cool changes this season with the stash tab, having a currency situation now. That's huge. Other changes, socketed throw weapons, rip, ethereal, kick W, that'll probably be fixed once most people see this video. Yeah, but they really did a good job. Shout out Senpai, Kanite, everybody else, Discord mods, servers were super stable this season, and that's really all you can ask for, IMO. And yeah. Had a nice little push with the boys. Loot Pit died. Act 1 Nightmare. Really don't think it was his fault. We were doing some sketchy content with not requisite items. Yeah, we were doing Countess in Nightmare, hoping to get a rune drop before our pally was 30 for salvation. And honestly, I'd like to apologize to Loot Pit here officially. That's probably on me as the quote-unquote team leader, even if it's just a token team lead. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. We had a nice run. The Europeans absolutely crushed us and wasn't even close to Hellbale. #1 overall defense. But yeah, it's all good. But yeah, here's the clone video. I started Assassin, I did Arcane, found a low, traded for a Ohm with my buddy Credix, shout out Credix, Telesork on the team, Ultimate Chad. But yeah, I don't know. I got full Nats, a Chaos Claw, but I died on my second map in a Horizon. It was a spicy Conch Might pack. Honestly, I should have just went to red, went reverse, and, killed the pack from the back, or just skipped it completely. Pretty silly on my part. But yeah, that'll be in a future day one recap video. This is a little easier to make, so I'm just pumping this out right now. But yeah. Here we are with the clone kill. Spoiler alert, I got the kill. This is, I don't know, hour 24-ish. I leveled a Sin to 25, got a rush with Credix again, because he was rushing someone else in our reset group that died. I won't name names, but it rhymes with sucks. But yeah, this clone kill, honestly, you'll see my gear after the kill. It's tier 0 is super easy. If you're thinking, hey, I've never farmed my own Annie, I'm considering it, I would definitely recommend you try it on pretty much whatever character you're playing, as long as it's not like a melee needs to face tank build. If you don't want to do that and you're hardcore, hit me up for a service. I will always charge market price or less. If you're in the Discord, we know each other. Bro deals are available. Hit me up. Yeah. That being said, yeah, this kill, pretty clean. Honestly, I scuffed my build. I went into Shockweb where I don't have any Pierce. I have Sense Respect purely into Lightning Sentry, and I much prefer that before you have the gear. But I think once you have faceted gear and better gear, Shockweb will definitely be faster. This kill took probably 2 minutes longer than my next kill with the same exact gear took, just because there weren't full synergies on Lightning Sentry, and I was trying to Shockweb. But that being said, I wasn't short on Juves. It was totally fine. I was using literal shopped gear for PDR. Yeah, that's a big change this season. But yeah, Assassin is still broken for clone, I would say. And yeah, if you need a tutorial video, I have a few of those. The fight really hasn't changed. If anything, it's gotten more QOL since the last time I made a video about it. Yeah, but traps, super easy. Literally, you just lay traps and avoid mechanics. It's a really good build to learn the fight on if that's something you're interested in. There's, single player files that you can acquire to, run it without the chance of death if you're hardcore and that concerns you, which, it probably should. But yeah, I really like Sin. I generally always have a Sin clone farmer. I think it's completely cracked and a good way to make currency early on in the season and throughout. People always want Annies, especially on hardcore. They're going to die. Mats were actually made cheaper this season in the form of PES getting a drop rate buff on Diablo and Bale. Meph, I believe, stayed the same. But yeah, Pez, which is usually the bottleneck on materials later in the season, probably won't be. And PD is never a problem. And BSS is pretty much free. So do with that information what you'd like. Yeah, that being said, we're just getting into, phase 3 of clone. We've killed the archers and the mages, and we're just, getting her done right here. I have like no hit points, 1700. That's like probably the lowest I've ever attempted an early season clone with. But, totally fine. Well, not totally fine, but we got the job done, and it's honestly, it's good. I just juved earlier than I normally would. Ran through the lightning there, didn't love that. You can see my face. I kind of scrunched it up like I'm an idiot. Green Text Enjoyer, first assassin to defeat Diablo clone, hardcore on difficulty 0, hype. Kind of surprised nobody got it before me, but that just means nobody was targeting. I think, plenty of people could have got it. Here we are, max Shockweb, max Fire Blast, max Lightning Sentry. I dumped into Lightning Sentry after I felt like my weapon block was at a good point. 4 points to get Dragonflight. Thanks everybody who messaged me. I don't really reply to those. Here's the gear. We got a Rock Stopper, a Noko, a Bartux that we self-found. Rockstopper came from Tuno. I believe the Noko was just a trade site. Waterwalks was trade site. Raven bought that from Drago for market price. That's a lot of AR. That's going to be a nice slam at some point. This is just a self-found belt. Tri-Res, FHR. My favorite piece is the chest. We shopped that from Charcy, 14 PDR, 3 open sockets, Ort full for the res, self-found Dwarf Star, self-found gloves. There's going to be a link to the gear snapshot in the description. I forgot to do it right after the fight, but the gear's the same, minus the Annie, and I think I have 2 more 3% large charms in that gear. But yeah, just pretty basic stuff. Pretty much all these charms are self-found. Obviously, the trappers I purchased. You can see no swap, and on the CTA, I'm not a cold kill swap gamer. There's our fire res, 88 fire res, not bad. 75 cold, 75 lightning, 29 poison. FHR is nice at 86. Our trap lane breakpoint is the max at 9 frames, which is really nice, and burst speed makes that easy. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, the best way to support me is a sub on YouTube, which is free, or a follow on Twitch, which is also free. If you enjoy Twitch content, check out the stream, and I hope everyone's having a good start to your season. I hope it's better than mine. Ripping day 1. Perfect. All right, guys, have a great day. Schmidt Word out. Enjoy yourselves.